Hey everybody, you've reached me. You found my shop. I'm Jim. I found Jim. Just Google I found Jim. I'm a rustic furniture maker, woodworker. I'm also a pilot. I'm JimThePilot.com. A lot of my furniture that I make is rustic furniture. You can see a whole bunch of that on AdirondackRusticFurniture.com. But I'm going to show you how to cut a twig in half. A lot of people ask me, how do you cut twigs in half? I'm going to show you how I cut twigs in half. First of all, I like to put my glasses on because not only are they prescription, but they're safety. And then here's some of my twigs. Okay, so I apply half twigs to a lot of my furniture. And as you can see, they're always, a lot of them are curved, you know, so, and I cut them dry and I cut them green. And I usually clip all the tree branches off with a side cutter or a tree pruning pair of shears. And sometimes they leave an extra little bit of a knob right there. So I end up cleaning off some of that stuff on the table saw here. And this is how I usually cut most of my twigs in half, is on the table saw, although I can do it on the radial arm saw or the band saw, but this is the best operation that I found, is use the table saw. I turn on my fan over here. I have a vacuum system which I use. Then I'll put my dust mask on. Then I'm going to show you the operation on how I cut these guys in half. And probably with this one, you can see that this thing is awful crooked, okay? I'm going to show you how you take a crooked stick and make it straight. Now you can see that when I eyeball this guy, I can find a pretty true line. Okay, if I want to cut this thing straight and not with the curve, I can always cut it this way, in half this way, but I want to cut this basically like this because I want two straight twigs out of a crooked twig. Okay, so I'm going to show you that real quick. I'll do that one this way, and then I'm also going to show you this guy right here. This has got a crook to it also, and I'm going to show you how to cut that crook on the table saw so that you'll actually have branches that are curved, because sometimes you want them for some of your applications. So anyway, I'm going to put on my dust mask and show you. And here we go. You gotta have hearing protection. You always want to wear these guys early on in your career, because if you don't wear these early on, you're going to be using hearing aids later. Okay, we're going to cut this one just like this. Okay, you can see that I've actually made two fairly straight twigs out of that real crooked twig. So that's one way that you can make straight twigs out of crooked twigs. Now I'm going to cut a crooked twig so it's crooked. Then you can also cut twigs. If you want to just do a bunch of rips, you can just cut twigs fast. do a fair amount of freehand stuff. I don't recommend this to anybody. Nobody should be doing what I do. I'm an experienced woodworker. I've done it for years. I know what I'm doing. That's not to say you don't get cut sometimes. I've cut myself with a razor knife more than I have with I've never cut myself on a saw. Thank goodness. And now what I'm going to do is show you how I sand the edges of all these guys. I use a table sander here, and I never have the table sander upright. I usually have it in the flat position because it works better that way. And then I'll show you how I sand my twigs. That's pretty much the operation that I use to get nice half twigs ready to be applied to furniture and stuff like that. So pretty cool stuff. Look me up at around@rusticfurniture.com or ifoundjim.com. If you want to take an airplane ride, it's jimthepilot.com. Right on. Thanks for watching.